Welcome to English 4 and English 4 Honors. Today I will be discussing the outline and formats as far as submitting typed documents for this class throughout the semester. So one of the first things I would like to focus on is page layout. So under the page layout, you have a column where you would see page setup. Under the page setup, you will see margins. So we're going to click on margins. One of the things that I mentioned yesterday is the fact that all parts of the margin should be 1 inch. So the top should be 1 inch, the bottom should be 1 inch, the left should be 1 inch, and the right. So now that that's already set, we're going to move on to the size of the paper, because that does make a difference when you're typing. The standard size should always be 8.5 by 11 inches unless noted otherwise. So now we're going to move on and we're going to return back home just for a second. So now that we've addressed the page layout, let's address the type size and the font type. The acceptable fonts, which have already been highlighted for you, are Calibri, Arial, and Times New Roman. They are highlighted in yellow. The font size will always be 12. Now let's go to paragraph, line, and paragraph spacing. The standard usage will always be double space for this class. So I'm going to go ahead and select 2.0. And that doesn't mean that it's actually being applied to the text that's under the header bell ringer. I'm just kind of preparing the scene so that you'll see the effect of the changes as they are applied under the bell ringer header. So now we're going to actually go ahead and attempt to apply the changes to the text under the bell ringer header. So one of the things, I'm going to highlight the text, and it's in Calibri, which is an acceptable font, so I'm just going to let it stay there. I'm going to go ahead and change my font size to 12. Then I'm going to go to paragraph, line, and paragraph spacing, and I'm going to apply the double space. Then I'm going to click back on the same field again to remove spacing after the paragraph. That's the standard setup for the body text. Now I'm going to go back for a minute and address applying a header to your paper, which is something that I will require on every typed document and also any handwritten document for this course. So we're going to go to Insert. We're going to find our header, and I'm going to select the first one because of the fact that it's already aligned left in the upper left hand corner. So I'm going to click on it. And once I click on it, I'm going to type my name, the date, assignment, and then it'll say first block, honors, English 4. And in the header, everything should be single space. Your header should never be double spaced at all. So in the event that your header is double spaced, it is possible that you could lose up to 5 points for a header being double spaced. So make sure your headers are always single spaced. So now that we've typed the elements in the header, we're going to close it. So that's just the basic setup of how the body text will look when it's double spaced in 12-point font in one of the following accepted text. Now, one of the other things that you would often have the opportunity to do is to provide your fellow classmates with assistance and feedback concerning their paper. We would allocate certain days for providing feedback, especially if we have like a major research paper. We will have the opportunity to actually provide each other with feedback. Most likely either you would have access to Microsoft Word or either Google Docs. I will actually do a tutorial for Google Docs as well, but I'm going to show you how to provide comments and feedback with Microsoft Word. So we're going to go on under the Review tab. And I'm just going to say I want to provide a comment on something with this. So I'm just going to click on it, new comment, and I will say please, actually I'm going to have to click on, please remember to click on the comment section. So I'm going to say please remember that these are the only font types that are to be used in this class. So let's say that I want to submit this document to the instructor. I will not want the comment to be seen when I submit it. So I do have the ability to actually delete comments as well. So once you see the comment from whether it's me or a fellow colleague or a fellow peer, you're able to delete it. So we're going to delete it. Okay, not only do I have the ability to comment, but I also have the ability to actually add things to your document, and it's up to you whether you want to accept it or reject it. It's your choice whether you want to do that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to highlight this piece of text. Then I'm going to say make sure my track changes is turned on. And I'm just going to delete this by highlighting it and backspace. Now you also have the ability, as I stated before, to accept the deletion or reject it. So I'm going to reject it. Then I'm going to say make sure that bell ringers are submitted in a timely manner, period. So now I'm going to accept the insertion. So that's how you'll be able to edit your peers' work and provide them with feedback on their assignments when I do allocate time for that in the lesson. So that's pretty much some things that you need to know concerning Microsoft Word with editing. We're going to go over to the proofing tab. If I give a word count, all I have to do is see paragraphs, lines, words. So you do have the ability to track that. With thesaurus, if I want to replace this word, I'm going to click thesaurus right here. And I'm going to, it'll allow you to use other words interchangeably. So that is the beginning, just a guide through you being able to use Microsoft Word and some of the advantages that you may have. I would definitely advise that you guys look at this video and take advantage of the information that has been provided through this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me during any time. Have a great day.